Quarterback J.P. Tillman is in. And he'll hand it off to Cornelius Walker. You see big bodies for that Grambling line pushing Braves for a 5-yard gain. 2nd down and 5 coming up. All right, now J.P. Tillman got a chance to play a little bit against the Wolfpack out of Reno. Threw a couple of passes, none of those complete. He's a transfer, had been at Missouri.
I mean, he's one that the coaching staff, they like him. They say, hey, he's a guy who can come in and do it. And he was going to play in this game regardless. So although Dillon came out and struggled, he might have got the hook early, but Tillman was going to get some reps in this game.
And he gets him in great field position. Nice little pass there, and that's going to be a 1st down for the Tigers, the 10-yard line. Catch made by Nick Lewis, the experienced receiver on this Tiger team. And Grambling making the big plays. They've had a blocked punt for a touchdown and now 2 interceptions. And they may be able to cash in on this one.
It seems like Tillman's giving them a little bit of a spark and, more importantly, some type of rhythm on the offense. I mean, that last play was a perfectly executed pass. 12-yard out route, he delivered it right on the number. So maybe Tillman's got the ability to come in here and calm him down.
He also had time to throw it.
He did.
Time here also goes underneath, and there's Batiste inside the 5 to about the 3-yard line. And they talk about ETN makes the stop. They want Batiste to get a lot of touches.
Yeah, he's one of those exciting playmakers they have, and just like the rest of this offense, he's just a baby. He's a freshman, but he's one of the guys that line him up at the slot. He may touch the ball as a running back in this game. He's just that Mr. Excitement for the Grambling State Tigers.
Coaches told us that redshirt freshman Batiste, so he was around last year but did not play, and he had the best camp of anybody on this roster by far. Goes to his 2nd read, and that is almost intercepted. Looked like he was trying to find the fullback coming out of the backfield, but he was covered. And then went underneath to Donnell, the tight end, and that didn't work either, as you saw. So brings up 3rd down and goal.
Take a look at him. Look on the left. He's going to lock in to his fullback on the left side. Down here, you can't afford to go all the way back. If you're going to hit that pass, you got to throw it on that backside shoulder. So Tillman was very fortunate that ball was not picked off.
Pumps once wide open.
Nice.
Touchdown. That is Donnell, the junior from Ozark, Alabama. And finally, the Grambling offense gets points on the board.
Wow, great job by J.P. Tillman to move the linebacker out of space and help free up the tight end for the touchdown score.
Leal on to try to make it 14-0. He did not. So the Braves defense beginning to weaken just a little bit. How long can they keep pushing that boulder up the hill?
Yeah, man, take a look at Tillman. Look at him, look him off to the left. Pump fake right there with that shoulder. Freezes the linebacker, Marcus Cooper, allows Larry Donnell to get wide open. Just that little pump hitch. Froze the linebacker, created some extra space. Easy throw by J.P. Tillman.
Well, if you're the Braves and you are Dino Dawson, the offensive coordinator, you're having a ball again for the Tigers. Now, we did know he was going to play behind Greg Dillon, and he did lead them to a touchdown with a nice strike to Larry Donnell. Big opportunity here, Jay, for Grambling to really seize this game by the throat. Good execution underneath to Batiste, and you see the playmaking ability. Oh, what a run this is to the 39-yard line before Josh Cragen brought him down.
I like the decision making by the quarterback, J.P. Tillman. Just look how quickly he makes his decision. Look, I'm getting rid of the ball, get the ball to a guy in space, and let the playmakers make it happen. 2 defenders had an opportunity to bring him down. 3, 4 different defenders could have made the tackle. Finally, Josh Cragen got it done, but good decision by J.P. Tillman.
In trouble, and he makes another good decision.
You can tell he's got a nice feel for the game right now. And his decision making, hey, it's not there. Let me hurry up and get rid of the football. So Tillman's come in here and provided some leadership. And he's a transfer from the University of Missouri, and he's got some skills. He's got some tools there and showing some leadership right now.
Going for it all right here. And just overthrew his man. Good coverage that time by Roderick Williams. Absolutely stride for stride with Nick Lewis.
And Roberts played a pretty good first half thus far. You talk about the...
You can dial up now if you're Alcorn. They've tried to throw it deep. It hasn't worked. They've gone underneath. It hasn't worked that much. And Buckley's had a hard time running the ball. Throws it into traffic and nearly intercepted. That's T.J. McCord from the free safety position. Junior from 8 Mile, Alabama on the coverage, and nearly a third interception for the Tiger defense. So, a guy who's probably gotten more camera time than almost any other Brave today, Alexander Olfke, their punter.
McCord, you got to come away with that interception. That could have been almost a game-clinching interception here early in the third quarter.
Thompson with a fair catch. Great field position at the 37-yard line. You see him hang his head. He knew after he caught it that he had room to run.
And now the youthfulness of the Grambling Tigers starting to show in plays like that, mental errors.
Well, we are at Eddie Robinson Stadium here in Grambling, Louisiana. There's no way you can think of college football without thinking of Eddie Robinson, who coached here from 1941 to 1997. 408 victories. 408 wins, only 165 losses, and 15 ties. A career that spanned 11 presidents, 17 SWAC titles, and 9 national black college championships. And has one of only 2 numbers retired here. Tank Younger's 22 is the other one, but it's impossible. You can still feel his presence here after all those years. Passed away last year, and everywhere you walk around here, J.P. Tillman stays in at quarterback, by the way. Everywhere you go here, and you think of the men who played for him and the men that went on to become Hall of Famers in professional football, and Eddie Robinson touched a lot of lives.
Robinson on the tackle.
This is a popular way to call plays now. You notice to run everybody to the line and then stop everything. Get your signal. One-on-one, going to the tight end. Flag down, it doesn't matter. Donnell trying to break free and finally wrestled down at the 20-yard line. A 41-yard catch. Hall was on the coverage. Now, he's not real happy with the call. I can tell you by the reaction of the Alcorn defensive backs. This is pass interference and will be denied. How about sending the tight end deep?
Officials' mic still not working, but you can.
Timeout signal from Tillman is a half a second late. He's a target because that ball was loose. He'll play conservatively on the ground. Man, did Cornelius Walker take a shot. He tried to fool the officials by bouncing up because he hit the ground so quickly. Now we have a Brave player down on the field.
Unfortunately, the guys are starting to go down. That's Josh Craig, and the outside linebacker for Alcorn State down on the ground. But, you know, when you come to the stadium, you got to talk about Eddie Robinson, and we talked about the tribute that he's done and everything he meant to not just black college football. One of the things I don't like is he gets labeled just with black college. Eddie Robinson was probably one of the proudest Americans you'd ever meet in your lifetime. Everything was all about America. Great place to live, great place to grow up, and all the opportunities that you have. And I really like seeing the shirt they have that they go around here with the number 1. You know, Eddie Robinson had one wife, he had one job, he coached at one college. There's only one Eddie Robinson. And as long as they're playing football here in Grambling, Louisiana, that shadow is going to stay over whoever's on the sideline, whether it be Doug Williams, Melvin Spears, or Raw Broadway. This is and always will be the house that Eddie Robinson built.
And the talent that he coached and the talent that he attracted here and the men he turned out as men, not just football players, but take a look at that foursome right there. Willie Brown, Buck Buchanan, Willie Davis, and Charlie Joyner, who came here along with so many others. Doug Williams is a name, and of course he coached here and was a brilliant quarterback in the National Football League and a Super Bowl winner. Yeah, this is it's exciting to be here and to feel that presence. Screen and well set up. Great tackle from behind and maybe a saver by Lee Robinson. That was a beautiful play by Robinson because that was one of the best executed plays of the night by either team.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. You have to say the best play has been a screen, but look at the timing on this one. Let one guy get upfield, beat you upfield. He thinks he beat you, and then a good job of setting up the blocks by Walker, allowing the folks to get out there and get a body on the body. And you're right, if Lee Robinson had not made that tackle from behind, Walker would have walked him to the end zone.
That was great closing speed that time by Robinson. He just put on a burst to make that stop. Got 10 seconds to get this play off. Cross is open. Wrestling match for the end zone, and it's a touchdown. The strength of Larry Donnell. The second time he's been in the end zone tonight.
They label Larry Donnell a tight end, but he seems to do his most damage when he's out there flanked out one-on-one, taking advantage of the matchups and the speed and the strength. He goes 6'5", 225 pounds, and watch him body up. I like the decision, get rid of it quickly, and look at him. When you're 6'5", 220, you don't go down easily. Just start leaning forward, and the great ones know where that end zone is. Larry Donnell knew where the end zone was.
His second touchdown of the night. He only had one catch last week, but he's been a significant contributor this evening. We have a Alcorn player down, and looks like it might be Cordera Hall. That is the sophomore from Rosedale, Mississippi.
He was a cornerback that had to guard Larry Donnell on that last touchdown, so looks like he might have got a cramp there.
Well, how about J.P. Tillman in relief of Greg Dillon? 7 of 11, 94 yards, and now 2 touchdown passes to Donnell.
You think there's a quarterback controversy brewing here early in the season?
Would you want to start one?
Well, we talked about that with Broadway yesterday, and he said, I believe in competition every week of the season. So the best man's going to play, and J.P. Tillman looks like he's trying to get a stranglehold on this starting quarterback job.
1 for 2 here. Trying to make it 21, a little bit short. So Grambling has missed 2-point after touchdowns, but they have built a 19-point lead with 10:23 to go. And if you're Alcorn State, you take a deep breath and realize the hole that you've dug with your offense has gotten even bigger because of the Grambling offense. And a sharp pass, and the winner of the wrestling match, Larry Donnell. The way could throw the ball pretty hard too. From 1991 to 94, his senior season at Alcorn, 4,863 passing yards and 44 touchdowns. Of course, he was on the cover of Sports Illustrated in 94. The publicity was amazing. His brother, Fred, played for Alcorn as well. And, of course, we know his professional career. And the first breakaway run of the night for the Grambling Tigers is Frank Warren. Taken down finally at the 21-yard line by Roderick Williams, who saved a touchdown.
Frank Warren running that football like Steve McNair. One thing Steve could do is get it done on the ground, and take a look at Warren. Small back, deceptive. He's the shifty runner when you talk about Frank Warren and Cornelius Walker, but he's showing some power here as well. Not going down with arm tackles, and look at him turn it to an extra gear, get to the outside, and just one block away from taking that to the house.
45 yards, and it puts Grambling in fantastic field position at the Alcorn 21. Going for the everything bundle, and great coverage that time. There better not be a flag there. Trying to get it to Nick Lewis. Tremendous coverage by the Braves secondary. It looks like Williams is in there again.
Talk about Steve McNair and everything he accomplished. I mean, how often can you just think of one guy in one institution? I mean, if you think about it, you know, when you think Alcorn St, there's only one name that comes up.
Yeah.
I mean, Steve McNair right off the top. You've got these other programs, and you talk about Jackson State where you got Peyton and Slater and these guys, and Grambling with Williams and Harrison Robinson. Alcorn State, Steve McNair.
Second down and 10, make it third down and 10. You know, I got to tell you that Gary Thompson was probably really happy he didn't catch that, because Corey McLaurin was coming up to deliver a big hit. You see McLaurin there, number 22, is also hobbling around a little bit. This could be cramp time. Not a particularly hot and humid day here in Louisiana, but still, run around out there long enough, and it'll catch up to you.
And you do it. And when your offense is going 3 and out and 3 and out and 3 and out, that's a lot of snaps to be on the football field.
Grambling 2 of 9 on third down. Here comes the blitz. Nice cutback, and right near the marker. Let's see where this is going to be. This is going to be close. Running back helping out. There was a good example.
Yeah, that's why you want to keep somebody in the backfield, just so he can kind of clear the way and help out. And you'll see Tillman here get on the outside, show some niftiness, and he actually had enough mobility to outrun the corner blitz.
Fourth down and inches. They hurry to the line, and they got it.
Oh, that should have been a penalty. Yeah, Nick Lewis that was still moving forward out here at the wide receiver position. They didn't call that one.
I'm looking over at the Alcorn sideline to see if any of the coaches are going bananas, and I don't see it. But that's that quick little tap the center on the behind, that Peyton Manning play that we see so often, and he's that 6'4", 6'5". Tillman's a big guy. Just fall forward.
Hey, move the power. Let the big guys in front of you get that lean on and pick up the first down.
Frank Warren. Come on, pull it. There you go. We're waiting on you, buddy. You missed your cue.
First home game of the season, so the timing's not quite there, and they didn't really get a lot of warm up in the first half because of the sloppy play. So offensive touchdown is something new to this new guy. He may be a freshman too.
That's true. I don't want to get on the students here. That wouldn't be very fair. It's been an interesting night for Leal. He got that one to go through, though. So Grambling has taken complete control of this game with 6:35 remaining in the third quarter. And Frank Warren had 2 big runs on this drive. Here's the second one.
The South.
And if that influenced that throw at all, it probably did. Kendall Robinson made that contact. Now Grambling really trying to put this game away, and that pass maybe not the best one that J.P. Tillman has thrown, but he was under a great deal of pressure that time. And there's Lee Robinson, number 56 for the Braves, applying that pressure.
Well, that was just a phenomenal interception. I mean, he made that catch look easy, that interception. And you talk about the pass and the pressure where the ball was thrown late. Had he gotten that ball out there early, then Foster would not have had the ability to recover. And that's why the timing game, the rhythm, has not been there for Alcorn today.
This is Cornelius Walker, the other in that fine 2 tailback tandem. He gets it across the 20-yard line to the 19.
Anytime you have a dual running back threat, whenever one does well, the other one seems to run a little bit hard. You can tell now Walker got that last handoff, and he was really trying to hit the hole, trying to say, hey, I'm not going to let the youngster Frank Warren show me out. With those spectacular runs, I want to get one too. And I guarantee you, Cornelius Walker's trying to take it to the house every time he touches the ball.
Well, those two combined for almost 1,500 yards last season and 10 touchdowns. Tillman in big trouble, but nice elusiveness. And he's got a man open. That'll be a touchdown, but there's a flag down behind the play. No, caught it out of bounds, incomplete. Batiste ruled out of bounds by the official, and I wonder if Tillman crossed the line of scrimmage. Let's see. No, it's a holding call.
Number 68, on Grambling, 10 yards from the pre.
Left guard there. Maybe this is why Tillman was able to get outside the pocket. That hold there, oh yeah. He had plenty of jersey, but look at the throw here. Good touch, and oh yeah.
Yep.
Official got it right. He was out of bounds as well.
Again, influenced that throw by pressure, no question. That's one of the few seniors on this football team, and one of 2 on the line, Corey Williams with the penalty. 3rd and long. Open. Nice execute. Oh, look out there. That's going to cost you half the distance to the goal line. The officials are going to blow the play dead at the 16-yard line. Kiari Thompson is fortunate he wasn't seriously injured on that play. ATN made the grab of the face mask. 24 yards on the catch and add about 3 more for the penalty.
I mean, did Tillman just deliver a strike or what?
You could see that play set up, and even from where we are, you could tell where he wanted to throw the ball, and he did it nicely.
We have a catch by Grambling. Personal foul, face mask on the defense. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
That's one of those throws. This is just a big-time throw here on the skinny post. You see what they like about his arm strength. Coming right into your living room, thrown right before the safety, and all the safety can do is reach out and try and grab him. And look at that. That's the thing you don't like to see.
9th penalty on the Braves.
That was tough to look at, but that was a fantastic throw by J.P. Tillman, getting all 6'3", 240 pounds into that throw.
Walker is the tailback. He stays in the block, and it doesn't matter. Solidly sacked that time. Coming in from the corner is Corey McLaurin.
They brought the corner blitz, and as a quarterback, you've got to know, if my read's not there, once you get inside the 20, instead of thinking you have 3.5 seconds to get rid of the ball, you've got 2. 1,001, 1,002, not there, I got to get rid of it. And he chose to try and outrun the defensive back that was coming in there with so much speed and momentum. That's one of those mental areas you got to know. Get rid of the football.
Second and goal from the 11. McLaurin now looks like he's a little bit shaken up. He's been limping around a little bit in between plays. Not on that last one. Picked up the blitz that time, going for the end zone. Donnell, a third touchdown? No. If he had somehow caught that, that would have been the play of the night. It'll be third down and goal from the 11.
And what a poor decision. Why try and force that ball into double coverage and take points off of the board potentially? Just tuck that ball in there and run. One of those trick gadget plays. The Braves defense was not fooled on this. Look at this. You've got two guys there that are within position on one. Anytime you're throwing 1 against 2, I don't like your chances.
Tomasi Fuller was the guy who almost picked off the ball in the end zone, unless maybe Randy Moss is the one. How about that?
That's true, but you don't want to make a living doing that.
Well, yes. Fade, Donnell. Boy, that's beautifully defended. Beautifully defended that time by Roderick Williams. We've called his name. And they did. But it was against, like almost everything else tonight, it was against Alcorn. And this time, nice tackle as Frank Warren tried to get someplace. And JaVale Fields made the stop, number 79, a freshman from Grand Prairie, Texas. I've been saying that word freshman an awful lot for both teams tonight.
Yeah, now you're definitely going to be saying it for the rest of the night. Well, this is an opportunity for you to take a look at those young freshmen that do so well during the week but don't get an opportunity to play on Saturdays. Now, step up, young man, grow, and let's see if you can play some football.
Second and 12, wide open, and a nice catch. Not an easy pass to catch, right at the marker, and Nick Lewis shows his experience there. And it looks like, yeah, it will move the change for a first down.
And that's how you throw an out route. You don't have to gun the ball in there. You know, wide receivers got to make a break, get outside, locate the ball. But see, it was a nice catchable ball where the wide receiver had time to come out of his break, locate the football, make the catch, and go down. Earlier, we saw the Alcorn quarterback try and drill that ball in there. Guy didn't have a chance to get his head around. So I like the touch, and that's called passing.
And the elusive Frank Warren, flag coming in right at the tackle. So he'll get a couple of yards, and we'll see what the penalty is from the umpire.
See, I'm not going to leave it with that empty thought. You know the difference between passing and throwing is?
I'll defer to you.
See, passing is when you're out there and you know what the defense is doing. You attack the weakness of it.
Holding on the offense. Number 61, 10 yards from the previous spot.
And because you've got your pre-snap read and read the coverage and you know where to go with the football, you pass the ball in there. But if you're reacting to what the defense is doing, then you got to throw it in the spot. That's why they say he made that throw in the tight coverage. But you don't hear him say, oh, he put the pass in the tight coverage. So you throw in the tight coverage, you pass into the open field. So young quarterbacks like to come in and throw. You got a lot of guys out there can throw the ball 100 miles an hour, but the good ones become effective passers.
Fourth Grambling penalty. They've only had 38 yards in penalty. A delayed screen to Batiste. Doesn't get a whole lot, gets only a couple of yards. It'll set up second down and very long. Well, that's like in baseball. They talk about pitching and throwing. The guy who's pitching is hitting the glove, moving the spots, changing the speeds, confusing the batters, and the guy who's just throwing is usually the guy who doesn't last very long.
And you can get away with that sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Troy Percival. He was coming in there throwing gas, and then all of a sudden you lose a little velocity, then you become kind of normal, and they start to stroke you. In the case of Grambling, Tillman's the passer. I've seen that early, and Dylan's a thrower. But one thing that Dylan can do is he can run, so he's a thrower and a runner.
We've got 1 quarter left in this matchup between Alcorn and Grambling State. And it's been the Grambling band playing the tunes while the Alcorn State Braves have been shut out so far. Fourth quarter coming up. Here's your score. Fourth quarter about to begin here in Grambling, Louisiana at Robinson Stadium. Well, welcome to the top 25, East Carolina and Skip Holtz. We'll talk more about that in just a second here. College football had, as always, a fascinating Saturday. Meantime, the fourth quarter begins. Grambling in complete control. That's just a little bit too high. All right, what do I mean by that? Well, East Carolina knocked off Virginia Tech and Charlotte. Okay, Virginia Tech is young. West Virginia was a top 10 team, Jay.
Wow. I mean, they 24-3, they put a whooping on them right there. You know, bye-bye Heisman Trophy possibly for Pat White. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
You lose like that, you put up 3 points in a loss. Ohio State, Without Beanie Wells, they really struggled. They struggled. Going into the fourth quarter, they were trailing that game, and BYU and Washington going at it.
Now how about BYU having a BAT, pardon me, with 2 seconds to go to preserve that game? Otherwise, that thing's going to overtime. Out of there that you'd be happy with.
That it's only one loss and doesn't count for 5.
Okay. Just had to ask because you know someone's going to ask it. Nice little throw that time. Or pass. You would call that a pass?
I would call that a pass.
All right,
Get
I
out
see.
there, let him run underneath it, allow him to do some things. And you talk about what can you take. You got something, you go back and tell your offense. The defense came out and played great at the beginning of this game. Now you go in there and tell the offense, hey, guys, if we can score some points and keep them off the field, we've got a defense that can keep us in the ball game. So I think that's the only positive you can have, because coming out, the offense was poor, the special teams were poor, but at the beginning of this game, the defense was doing a good job.
Got the 5 yards back, lost on penalty, 2nd and 10. Good as he throws, and a great catch. Coming back, tremendous awareness by the senior Nick Lewis that time to come back to the football, and Tillman just bounced right up. I know it had to hurt. Maybe it'll hurt tomorrow morning when he gets out of bed, but nice throw, nice play.
I'm going to tell you, the blows that hurt the most are the ones you see coming. And he sees this coming, knows he's going to get hit. Ooh. And what surprises people, it doesn't hurt when you get hit the initial contact. It's when they land on you. When you get on the ground and they land on you, that's what hurts.
Well, he's going to get hit again, but he's going to get the first down.